listed. I don't know if anyone remembers the exact words he said, but he said something about shoving cucumber sandwiches down someone's mouth. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. I was down below, at least if I should. It's funny as hell. Brad is hilarious when he goes on. I don't know why it hurts your ears. He is funny as hell. He's a comedian. You should just go on stage and just talk shit to every single individual on the damn stage or on the floor. Listen to him. It's funny.
Joe, you took a pot shot at me in the chat, and I'm like you, and so you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. But could you do me a favor, Joe? When the next time I do it, because Joe said that I commit logical fallacies, and I'm not going to deny it, but Joe, would you be my hero? And the next time it happens, just point it out and just say, hey, being a logical fallacy, there you go. I mean, you don't have to, but I would adore you.
I got one for you, Bima. Hold on. You claim that you oppose the initiation of force upon peaceful people, and yet you do rooms talking non-stop shit about the IDF. When's the last time you did a room where you condemned the laws for initiating force against Israel? I feel like you did leave that one out.
So I'm going to be honest, and I probably shouldn't be honest and vulnerable in this room because usually that's taken and weaponized against me. Do you know what? I'm just going to save it.
That's fine. I think people know who you are. Norm, tell us about Amir's room. Norm, tell us about Amir's room.
I have my audio.
It's good, but before you do, just understand that Bima and Ann here were saying that would have swelled fountain.
Well, that's not true. So Bima said that she likes Amir, and all I said is that Amir, I agree that Amir was not a mean person. But Norm has witnessed me taking the decision of Amir's room and actually back channel me and told me the wonderful job that I did.
And she was very, very light touched on the way a guy would do it. Dude, she should have lured them in, and then kaboom with their terrorism and their Jew hate.
Well, no, but Bima and Ann were saying that these guys do this. Amir does not hate Jews. That was the claim.
I didn't say that either.
The most Jew hating group
Hold on. Ann, are you now gonna walk back? We have the stuff streamed.
No, the only thing that I said was that I didn't think she was a mean person, and that's.
So you don't think it's mean to want to kill Jews?
Well, and I also said that I never heard him say that. However, if you listen to what just Norm said when I'm in there, I say my opinion and I call out their shit. But I've been in
He doesn't believe Jews should exist, and how is that not mean?
I don't want to argue with that, because there's something more. I mean, Mojo, there's something more important that I want to say. I don't know if you want to post the link that I sent you back channel in the top of the room.
We're about to stream it into.
So, because for example, I'm just gonna.
When they bring someone into questioning, it's mainly for a few reasons. Think 24 hours, 48 hours, terrorism can be slightly longer once they go to special courts. Because 4 years is a long time to do something with someone with no charge.
Generally, charge sheet should be got,
Just for 1 second, I just want to say what's going on.
That was the Professor Nathan who was in this room before.
I have to get this off my chest. They were literally trafficking in this room. You heard me correct. I heard it with my own ears. They were literally doing prostitution. They had somebody come up, and the guy said he goes to Dubai and does this and that.
Norm, pause right there.
Yeah.
Strong accusations, Norm.
Hold on. Pause right there.
I heard it.
Norm, pause right there. These are friends. Amir, Bima says that Amir is a good person. Ann says that he's not a hateful person. So go ahead, Norm.
The IDF and United States rescued a
the woman last year who had been sex trafficked to Gaza and for 10 years. This was 10 years of sex trafficking. They arrested it. IDF, he was arrested last year. I sent you the link to the BBC and Al Jazeera article, back channels. Well, now I heard it with my own ears. And I'll swear on a stack of Torahs, these guys were literally discussing their sex trafficking. And then the fellow said, and then when I wanted to get rid of her, I told her that I was Jewish so that she would spit on me. This is what they, and then, again, I'm sorry I have to report this, then Edward said, well, you should have paid her at least. This is what, I mean, it's...
You report this in Clubhouse?
Yeah, I did. I don't even know what to say. I'm
Why doesn't everybody just report that room right now? Everybody in this room report that room.
Well, I think what we're gonna have to recording, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna send it not only to Clubhouse, but we'll send it to the FBI, and we might even send a note that says that they're friends with certain people.
Yeah, let's fucking go. It's about time. Let's fucking go.
literally promoting the mass extermination of Jewish people in that room for weeks that I've been in there. Again, I've heard it with my own ears. We're going to fry you like Hitler did. You're going to go in the ovens, on and on like this. But this is the first night tonight that I heard them actually sex trafficking. And honestly, I've never heard sex trafficking before in my life. I'm speechless. I am absolutely speechless.
And there were other people that were there that heard that could confirm this.
It was full. I didn't even take a picture of the room, but I heard Edward's voice. I wasn't even looking at the phone. I think the guy who was speaking with his name was 111. You want me to go take a look right now? I can go look. I mean, the room was full. The woman who calls herself Chat GPT with ampersands in the name was in there.
Yeah, go take a look. Take a screenshot if you haven't already.
Wednesday. Well, you guys can do it too. Wednesday was in there. I mean, I reported the room as soon as I heard that, and I left because I don't even want to get the filth on me from listening to this. And they were very casual about it. They were joking about it. Oh, you should have paid her. Oh, that's funny. You told me you were a Jew so she would spit on you. That is a quote.
Well, El Normo, I hate to break the rules to you, but I don't know if you know this, but you actually just broke an in the muff rule.
Well, we're not supposed to be bring drama from other rooms in the county, but we do appreciate this bit of tea, though. This is informative reporting. We have to do our due diligence now and report this room.
Alright,
Yeah, that's not like gossip about so and so's whatever politics. That is literally criminal. Needs to be reported and re-reported and reported.
and I think some of y'all need to reevaluate your friendships on this app. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, there's a lot of Amir supporters on this app, but surprisingly, there are a few Muslims that also hate Amir, or some Arabs that hate Amir. Hate seems to also be universal.
Can we agree that the people that make apologies and try to prop up terrorists like Amir that have rooms now they're into sex trafficking, like that's problematic? Can we agree that saying that these are the good people of the app, that we should start reevaluating?
There's someone in this room, Mojo, that's reporting back to that room. I took pictures of the chat. They're talking crazy shit about this room right now.
Maybe
They're talking about JB. I took screenshots of everything. But there's somebody in this room that was in here called Momo that's saying that we're streaming their room in this room.
Oh, Momo. Momo's a double agent. We're gonna make Momo famous.
Force, please ask them to stop the sex trafficking because it's a crime and it's horribly exploitative to women. It's a filthy thing to do, and they have to stop it immediately. I mean, they've been promoting murder and terror for years, but now they've crossed the line.
So
Speaking of sex traffickers.
Yeah, just saw him pop in and pop out.
Roger, Momo is Mo.
I just sent you the screenshot, Roger.
yep, I have it. So Mo is we're gonna get Mo kicked off the app today. How about that? We will get Mo kicked off the app
But
today.
going back to the news, we do have.
And they're trying to dox the shit out of JB. They put his first and last name in the chat there.
Let's see.
I mean, a lot of people know who JB is.
Oh, hold on. If they're doing that, then we should
Oh yeah, that
ask
soccer player.
for
He was
doxing,
waiting in
and then
line
we'll get them kicked
at
off
the
the app.
8 side,
It's very simple.
and actually a football player, right? Suleiman Al Obeid was killed in Gaza. And apparently, his idea is coming and saying that, oh, we don't know anybody.
I'm already famous, bro. Some of these pieces of shits like to pass articles around about me. Why don't you just step to me and say what you gotta say? Otherwise, shut the fuck up and sit down. How about that? Bunch of fucking phonies.
That's true. I have received an article. That's true. People didn't like me in your room, JB. They let me know. Hey, look.
Oh, I'm well aware, people. I'm sure some of them on stage right now.
There was no shooting in that region.
They hide behind a fucking
Nobody
phone.
died in that area.
And that's how it is.
But even
But
now
you know what? The same thing is the same
what
people
do you call
in my
it,
room,
UEFA,
my
I
face,
think
smile on my
the
face.
European Union
So I don't give a fuck. I don't answer to none of you.
Football Federation has
Hey, boss.
said, I mean, they have not said Israel killed him, they have said that he has.
He's completely open about it. He paid a debt. It was a very serious debt. As far as I can say, a person has a right to do wrong because we're all human, and to pay your debt, which he did openly and admits openly, he doesn't lie about it. And as far as I'm concerned, that's his redemption. And he now rejoins us as a beloved friend. He did the wrong thing. He's never going to do it again. And we're not God. We don't judge it. He paid his debt to society, and now he's doing the right thing. And I uplift him and I support him. Thanks, Hope. I appreciate it. I was staying out of this space, not because I don't like Mojo or Roger. It's because of the people he has around him. Some of the people I have around him are just fucking twat waffles. Sony motherfuckers. And you know what? I don't want to disrespect his space. But any of you people have a problem, you step to me. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. Some of you motherfuckers killed your husband. But I don't talk on that. But abuse your fucking kids. I don't talk on that. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth, because I promise you, if I come, I'm coming heavy. Move a fucking way. Fucking business. I don't answer to nobody.
He might be low income, but he's not low income.
Okay, changing the subject. Who is 1111? Because I've been getting weird messages, and that 1111 has been on these messages. Who is this idiot?
Message is Shirley, this is the person who was talking about the sex trafficking that he's doing in Switzerland and Dubai.
The crazy thing is, he says after he says the story, and I took screenshots. He said after I said the story, the app jammed my account for a little bit. Can anybody hear me? Now there's somebody else too. That's also, I don't know if they're in this room right now. They're in the chat in that room talking about this room as well.
Wait, why do you think that it's sex trafficking? Because I didn't follow that. So he paid somebody to spit on him. That's like, how do you know it's just not like the
He goes to Dubai and Switzerland and gets women to go with him and to have sex with him. I'm just saying, for money, and then doesn't pay them and tries to get rid of them, and then says, "Oh, I'm with you," and get them to spit on it. So I don't know if you understand the concept of sex trafficking, but it's prostitution. It's taking advantage of women for sex and exploiting them monetarily for sex.
Well, deep state patriots. Well, I gotta say, Ben Mendelsohn was talking about the same thing in Deep State Patriots. How he went to the Bunny Ranch in Vegas and had sex with a 21-year-old nurse from Santa Monica College. These people run in the same circles. Liberals seem to love prostitution.
Do you know what's interesting? Is if someone chooses, what it sounds like you're describing is theft, right? If he didn't pay them for a contract.
Prostitution sold at the Republican convention, my friend, than any other convention. So stop.
What I'm talking about is the sexual exploitation of women, which is known by this crime, and this is an international crime called sex trafficking, and it's a huge problem in the world.
So prostitution is sex trafficking?
Sex trafficking.
These women, they take advantage of them. They're not free to come and go. They have other people who are they're exploiting them. They're like running them. They get the money. Yeah, that's what sex trafficking is.
Okay, so these women. Okay, well, the prostitutes I've met. Trust me, listen, I'm not sure. We're in New York. I know normal.
Bima. There's no we here. Don't give me a we. If you don't know what sex trafficking is, I'm not interested in your experience with sex trafficking. That's between you and your God and your parole officer. I'm reporting to you what we just heard in that room. If you don't understand it, look it up. It's a massive problem. The United Nations is dealing with it. They discovered this in Gaza. You want me to put the link at the top of the room? They take people of other ethnicities and nationalities. One example is Yazidi women. Another example is the Moroccan women that 1111 described in the room. And they exploit them for sexual purposes. It's a horrendous thing. I don't know what their ages are, but this is Epstein level shit. It's disgusting. And I don't recommend that you try to apologize for it because you're only going to get yourself into a very bad light.
Listen, I say what's on my mind. If you don't like what I'm saying, then express that. But
I think you should probably think about what you're going to say now before you say it, because you're right now in the process of trying to apologize for international crime of sex trafficking. And there's a room on this app of women, and there's a room on this app
being trafficked to China to this day. Why don't you watch an episode of Trafficked if you're not familiar with what trafficking is? It's a really good episode that just came out. Might want to watch it. It'll educate you on trafficking. I'm not talking to you all, Norm. I'm talking to those that don't understand trafficking. But we have children being sold at young ages of 6, 13, 16, underage women being sold by their family.
Girls.
Yes, girls. Trafficking, sex trafficking. We have women that are over 18 also being trafficked and being sold, put into dark rooms. 3 women in a room being sold for sex. With the promise, they're going there with the promise of getting married and having children, like wives, buying a wife. That's what's happening. That's the Vietnamese end. This is just the Vietnamese end. So yeah, it's happening everywhere. It's a major big deal. And they're being trafficked against their will, sex being sold against their will. They're being sold like cattle.
And this is what I heard with my own ears in that room. That this fellow who calls himself Amir, that's not his real name. Not going to say his real name in the room, but we know it. This is what I heard him platforming. He's running a room that was dealing in sex trafficking and laughing about it. And he wasn't the only one. Nobody responded. Nobody said anything condemnatory about it. They were literally laughing about it. And it's one of the most
Did you know
disturbing.
About that,
What's that?
Sorry, Norm. I'm wondering if JD knew about that.
Did you report any of it? Nor did you report any of it?
No. Did I know what, Jane?
What Norm's talking about. I thought you would.
No, Norm hit me offline. He's like, hey, they're running this room. I said, all right. I was like, I'll open the room and healthy debates. And then he hit me back. He said, he's in Mojo's room. Come in. I said, all right, let's go. But see these fucking 12 waffles, right? All of them. All shit. You know, where's Ant? Ant's on stage. I'll tell you about the rooms that we ran, the people that we helped. And they want to stand on my dick. Right? Send articles around from 16 years ago. Fuck these people, all the fucking frauds.
Who are you talking about, JB?
If they don't apply, let it fly.
Well, to my knowledge, I'm the only one on this stage with a dead husband, and I know you weren't implying that I killed him.
Listen, like I said, if it don't apply, let it fly. If you killed him, that's your business. You gotta deal with God, not me.
In the chat, a nice person, I hope,
Spicy!
Waiting what the protocol is on international flights. How to tell if somebody is being sex trafficked. I'll read what it says in the chat. You can read it yourself. I don't want to call out this woman. It's a horrible subject. No eye contact, not allowed to speak, doesn't hold ticketing or passport. That's what, so apparently this lady is trying to fight sex trafficking and looking for the signs of it. And we just heard a confession in the other room, in a room that is usually dedicated to advocating for the genocide of Jews. And they switched to sex trafficking. It's a nexus of crime and vice. I am just sickened by it. I mean, I have kids in the house right now, and I don't even want to be in a place where they can hear me talk about this. I don't want them to hear that people can be so evil.
The worst part about it is there's people in this room that send for this room in Amir's room, and they go in there and they talk with them like they're best friends with all those people in there. That's the craziest part about it. And then that she was trying to send for them just 10 minutes ago. That's fucking crazy.
I don't know if you want to. I'm not asking to be modded, but you can mod me if you care to, and I'll put at the top of the room an example of what they do.
In the month, we only mod vaginas.
I have it. Go ahead, mod me, Mojo.
Well, we have a problem with
In any event, United States and Israel rescued during this war, I guess, Zidi woman who was sex trafficked for 10 years, and both Al Jazeera and the BBC reported on it. And apparently, as Roger said, I think Mojo said not long ago, Iranian Revolutionary Genocide Republic, they marriage for a night. So they have people that they're sex trafficking and get around the religious restrictions. They actually perform a marriage, then they exploit them, and then they quickly annul the marriage. That's how it works in the together, the nexus of, I'm quite sure that there's drugs involved in this as well, because that's how they finance the terror. The whole thing is coming together, the sex trafficking, the terror, and the genocide and the drugs. I'm getting like a pain in my heart from being a witness to this.
Hey baby, nice to see you.
I mean, how do you explain, Las Vegas bunny ranches, and being able to actually operate brothels versus other major Democrat cities?
Brothels. I don't even know, sir, how you can conflate the two.
Well, I live in Chicago, and the Democrats here are considering opening up brothels and issuing prostitution licenses.
Legal business.
I get it, but the Democrats in Chicago want to start issuing, prostitution licenses. It's progressive.
It's been in Nevada for probably, let's see how old the state is. It's been here for, we're getting close to 100 years. You got a problem with it?
No, I'm just saying, we're $37 trillion in debt, and if prostitutes want to fuck and make money, and you asked me if I had a problem with it.
Take it up with the Nevada legislature.
You asked me if I had a problem with it.
Republicans and the Democrats have supported it here for 100 years, and it's an incredibly regulated industry.
tested they're tested on a weekly basis. But you can go visit it if you want.
Route that terrorists travel on or could potentially travel.
No, I don't want to be Eskimo Brothers with Ben Mendelsohn. Sorry, Abby.
But Abby, they are free to go. They're free to live. They don't have to do it.
Security reasons. You have no idea about security.
Oh my God, no.
You don't
There's
really appreciate
about these women that get one Sundance and a bunch of festivals. I'll put the name in the chat. It's something like Sababa, not Sababa, Sabab, something like that. It means slave in their language, or sex slave is the word for it. And they did a documentary of trying to rescue those women. It's a very powerful documentary. I think it came out 2 years ago.
Well, Ben Mendelsohn helped put a prostitute through college at Santa Monica University by boinking her at a bunny ranch. That's a deep state patriot.
Where do you get that shit?
Where do I get this from? It's on my YouTube channel. Let me send you the link of Ben Mendelsohn talking about 3 minutes of him banging a prostitute at the bunny ranch.
Listen, we're talking about something very different here. In the case of, like I said, these women are not trafficked, but they're free will, free to come and go. What we're talking about is women who are not free to come and go, who are being exploited.
No, I know. I'm being facetious.
Conflating.
I'm being facetious.
Serious business, John. Serious business.
Did you see Amir just be packed in Nevada when he left?
Should mod Abby.
But isn't it an Islamic thing to traffic women?
It's called Sabaya.
I don't see any Jews.
You know, because they.
Sabaya is the name of the movie, but it's a real problem.
Who said I don't see any Jews modded?
I mean, if you got 4 wives, you are a player, you know, in Islam.
This room is different. Like,
Around pockets.
oh no, not you. Just like, just all of it, the entire galaxy, the entire universe that's in the moment right now. It's pretty good.
Is there a douche in the muff?
Into this conversation constructively because I'm a little blown away. I've actually never witnessed this before. I hadn't encountered the kind of evil that I've witnessed on Clubhouse before. I feel like I'm up to it. I filmed in some pretty hairy locations, Bosnia during and after the war, in various prisons, but I haven't been exposed to sort of unregulated vice, crime, hate, terror, and genocide the way I have on this app. I think we've somehow reached a new level.
It's efficiency, Eleanor. You can come here and do all that for nothing with just the click of a button. You're going to hear the worst of the worst.
Yeah, but some of it's not legal.
Well, then record it and send it to the FBI.
Hey, let Shirley talk. John, I am a mod. Shirley, go ahead.
Thank you for getting me back to reality, Jane. Shirley, what did this guy say to you? Because this guy is an international criminal.
No, I don't remember because I have a strict rule not to interface with these kind of things because when you're a grandmother, there's somebody trying to stand you all the time. But I have gotten messages either, and that's how crazy it is. I don't know if it's on Instagram or my dad's phone. This 111, and I just thought, oh God, that is so weird. What is that? And I just have not interfaced with it because it's just weird. And now I know how weird.
Phone call from somebody or a text message or on app person who's angry.
It's that number. I'm gonna have to go through my stuff to figure it out, but it has come up in some kind of messaging on my phone. Either on Instagram or maybe text messages. But I think, and it's probably Instagram, which is a reason why I have just gotten where I don't want to put my children on these, pictures of my family on this app. because I'm talking to people that would do that. Okay, I sound hysterical.
Yeah, it's not that hard to pull out another little burner, little recorder.
Wait a minute. Why is there another penis moderator?
I did it. It's two. I had to talk for Norm.
Oh my God.
I know, you get it wrong. It's like a triple
I didn't. No, I
Okay, so wait, hold on. So we're gonna have to redefine the rules. So, I can mod, women can mod, Jews can mod. That'll be rule number one.
Okay.
All I'm saying is,
What
if
is going
No,
on?
hold on. If there's any other Jews in the room, please speak now so we can get them on.
Well,
Hey, what's going on? Doing some
I
snip.
would like someone to give me a recap. I've been on an airplane. Could you tell me what I've been missing?
our patrilineal Jews also offered mod
Wait,
badges.
hold on. Can someone just give me a recap here?
Abby, yeah, after going into his room and hearing him promote genocide of Jews, terror against Jews, anti-Semitism, and violence against people in Israel, day in and day out, people in his room screaming the N-word for hours on end and not stopping, continuing. People in his room saying,
Hold on. If I missed a woman or a Jew, please let me know. We want to make sure that we democratize the moderation.
You got Abby.
Abby's mom.
Hearing people say that they're going to put us in ovens, they're going to grill us, they're going to hunt us down, and so forth. Tonight, I heard of your platforming sex trafficking. I'm just speechless. A person describing and going to Dubai and Switzerland and getting women to go with him to hotel room, getting women of different ethnic groups and exploiting them. This is something that he does regularly. There was a person with the screen name 111, or maybe it was 41. I looked up at that. Unbelievable experience, Abby. Shocking.
Wow. That's anyone get recordings or
I just want to go. Sorry, I'm a
That's
woman.
what I asked.
there's probably some kind of hotline.
Mojo, I'm a woman and a Jew. Do I
You
count?
get two mod
You're a win-win.
Wow. That's easy.
Does anybody know this I'm loading that?
No.
It's a troll.
Who is unloading?
There are a lot of mods right now.
Can we just go back to this for a second, Norm? There's probably a lot, if there's recordings of it, that you can report that to. That's
Recordings, as far as I know, and I reported the room as soon as I heard it, and I looked, because I didn't want to be anywhere near it. I did.
John, did you get it? John got it.
No, I've been working this positive mojo vibration for a couple of days now. I gave up.
Yeah, John.
Really, John.
Well, I'm sorry. My mental health matters too. I can't listen to terrorists and pedophiles and rapists all day long.
You record all this other dog shit, but you don't get a criminal trafficking room conversation.
I encourage you all to get a burner account and an anonymous account and record these pricks instead of offloading it onto me, you lazy clown house clickers.
All right, that's fair.
Recorded a room in my life, and I'm not about to start now. It was
Very easy, Norm.
You lazy clown house
I
clickers.
don't do it because I don't want to, not because I don't know how.
Fair enough.
It's really I am technically. I just
know.
really don't want to.
Come on, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I don't feel crazy.
I've done it a few times myself.
I do not
I think
feel
you can only be in the audience though, right? It just makes a stronger case for law enforcement to have a recording.
It really does.
Well, you know who definitely has a recording?
Clubhouse.
Bingo.
Bingo.
So, I put something very funny in the chat. I don't know if anyone saw the John Oliver piece he did on Schumer and the imaginary couple. Has anyone seen that? On the Baileys. And anyway, I put it in the chat. It's very funny. Schumer's made up a fictional couple that he basically structured his whole political career around this couple and their politics, but they're fake. And he writes about them in his book, and as if they're real people. It's you just have to see the piece.
This is a terrible guy.
Yeah, but this is his own side exposing him.
I love his side.
Okay, just put it in the chat.
I voted for him.
You are all a bunch of lazy clown house fake hypocrite complainers. Do something. Record Amir's room.
What are you?
Record Amir's room. Put it on YouTube. Put it on X and notify Dan and Cash at FBI and Tulsi Gabbard at DNI and CIA and maybe local law enforcement. Do something instead of just listening, because clown house liberals who run this app aren't going to do anything.
This is what we're going to do. I'm loading what? I'm loading. Why don't you
Wait, you moved, John? So what? Why did you move it?
Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. I'm loading. Why don't you speak? I'm loading. Going once.
I invited him back. Go ahead, I'm loading.
He was there the whole time you guys were asking him to speak.
He was there the whole time. That's my point.
And he wrote in the chat, why would I speak now?
So I'm also learning about these avatars that are not real. And this may be one of them.
If you want to do something, report the people who are doing this, and take a stand against the exploitation of women, against the genocide of people, against the terrorism that they're promoting all day and all night in that room. I mean, I've never made an appeal like this. I've never come into a room, and I don't even talk about other people for the most part. I try to avoid it, but I thought this really crossed the line. And if you want to know whether the three-letter agencies are interested in this kind of criminal behavior, I can assure you that they are. Recommending some of the warning signs of sex trafficking, like women not making eye contact, women not allowed to hold their own passport, women not allowed to hold their own ticket. Extremely helpful. That's very productive, and you're a brave woman. I'm not going to call you out by name unless you want to identify yourself, but you're brave and you're contributing to the solution. I appreciate it.
I mean, Clown House created Anonymous for a reason. It's because you can't police this unless you can do it anonymously. So take action now and do something anonymously. You know, if you have a recording studio or a private little office and you get yourself 2 little tripods and you focus one camera on the other cell phone and you hit record or live stream and you publish these terrorist cocksuckers to the internet so we get some social equity justice, because these murderous, psychotic, low IQ neurotics are on here spewing hate speech all day long. You know, don't just gossip about it. Take action now.
I have a different suggestion. Add to the positivity in the world. If there's somebody you know who's in the crosshairs of this sort of harassment, terror, crime, reach out to them. Offer to do something nice for somebody. Help somebody that you don't even know. Be vigilant about this kind of stuff and try to help the next person. It's a very important time right now for us to help each other and to fight this horrible harassment, violence, and negativity. It's not a joke.
Oh, that's okay, Jane. I forgive you. Just report Amir's room. Get some personal justice and satisfaction in this world. Kicking me to the goo will not get you the dopamine you're looking for.
I know. Thank you.
See, if you want real good dopamine creation, you will all go get a track phone burner account, and for just $15, activate a new burner phone. Get anonymous for $5 a month. Set that thing up on a little 3-pronged tripod. Take your other primary phone and set that up on a 3-part tripod, and create a YouTube account called Jew Hate Database Watch, something like that. And then record Amir's room, post it on the internet, notify AIPAC, notify the Jew Hate Database, notify Benjamin Netanyahu, notify Ben Shapiro, notify Dan Bongino, notify Cash Patel, notify the DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, the CIA, and let the world know what these little rats in their bucket of shit are talking about all day long on Clownhouse.
So sometimes rooms get stale, and I offer a hard reset where we open a new fresh room to talk about things. Is anybody interested in a room reboot like that?
We can do it in this room. I don't know why everyone has to get kicked out and come back.
But, you know, it's always worth trying, Scarlett. See how it goes. It's all an experiment, as we all know.
Scarlett, why don't you test the marketplace? Announce that you're going to create a room about some great topic, go create your room, and come back and tell us how your experiment went. What were you thinking about recreating, Scarlett? What topic do you think is going to drive the next conversation?
Well, what's the prompt?
We regularly change topics and we've got a good one. Oh, fun.
And so, how they either act or will add to positivity.
How about a new survey question? Do you like Scarlett with 2 T's or 1 T?
Well, every time I hear someone say they 2 T's, it sounds like titties. So it works for me. Scarlett, why don't you make a poll? That's a great conversational catalyst, starter.
How about let me help you with that hard reset, Scarlett. Welcome to In the Muff. These are the 10 rules. Number 1, no threats of violence. 2, no doxing. 3, stay on topic. 4, keep your shares brief. 5, do not interrupt speakers, especially mods. Mods may interject when appropriate. The N-word is forbidden on stage and in the chat. Number 8, don't spam the chat. Number 9, do not bring drama here from other rooms. And 10, English only. PSA, assume that all rooms are being streamed by either John Kitover Incorporated or some other Clownhouse troll. Paul and the Clubhouse team have taken away the mods' ability to remove people that do this when they introduce the Anon feature. Thank you for listening. Your compliance is appreciated. Welcome back to the Situation Room, where we are streaming potential terrorists, terrorist supporters, and terrorist hate speech creators in the Amir Room. Welcome back to In the Muff. Is that just annoying, or did that entertain anybody?
You're gonna entertain me, because you're entertaining Joe. What do others feel about Joe? So Joe, what is your answer? Were you entertained by what John said?
if you find yourself breathless sometimes in the muff, just remember, pull that head back, take the deepest breath of the day in the muff or outside that muff, hold it for 10 seconds, 10 on 11, 10 on 9, and get back in that muff.
Seriously, how can y'all not think this man is funny? He's hilarious. John, were you a theater kid? Did you go to like performing arts school?
No, but well, I was FDR in my 7th grade play, but I have, I grew up on movies, so I've been doing impersonations my whole life.
Wait, hold on. You were FDR in a play?
Yeah, in Annie with Daddy Warbucks.
Jesus Christ! So were you? Wait, hold on. Was it just you and a bunch of intern Japanese people? Like, was it recorded somewhere?
Yeah, it's on VHS, and then I have the newspaper clipping where I'm sitting in the wheelchair with Annie for the head of our local newspaper.
I want to see it. It sounds good.
I had a full head of hair in the 7th grade. Yeah, my song was Tomorrow. You want to hear Tomorrow by FDR from Annie? Tomorrow, tomorrow, you'll love me. Tomorrow, you're only a troll away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll troll you. Tomorrow, you're only a YouTube recording away.
John, how is it that you had 40,000 recordings posted to YouTube, but the one room that we needed to record, you don't have recorded?
Because it's always in the now, and I have recorded so many Amir rooms for so many nights, and Notified Cash and Dan and Tulsi and Clown House. I tag Clubhouse and a lot of stuff because I respect this app and like this app. But it gets views, but never a retweet, never a like. So I think people just want to put their blinders on and pray it away.
The fearless leader has left us. It's just Harry and I. Monica's here. Serendipity's gone. What's up, Sandy Grace?
Actually, I'm okay with closing the room. It's been a busy day on Clubhouse. We had lots of replays and recordings of rooms. John did a great job streaming on YouTube. I think Anson's room discussing whether Trump's new executive order to allow the National Guard to defend DC from criminals was a great topic.
Were those rooms recorded because I missed that work?
It was
The Anson room?
Yeah, the Anson room. I don't think it was recorded on the app, David, but John was brilliant in streaming it on YouTube. John, do you want to drop the link?
Thank you.
So you're gonna miss the links that people shared in the chat, but you'll still get some good value. Anson and Mojo and Moose did an excellent job moderating that space.
Anson just has so much knowledge. I enjoy listening to it. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. All right. Thanks everyone who participated in all the rooms we had today. I'm sure when Mojo gets back to the app, look for another in the muff room. Because that's kind of what he does. Just open it up and see what happens. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see some of you around the clubhouse.
Man, make sure you lay prostrate in front of the fucking Pope. You fucking. I mean, if he's a Protestant, he doesn't. Yeah, lay in front of the Pope, you fucking weirdo, and pray to Mary. Try to pronounce easy. Hail Mary, and get the fucking rosary. You just say, go and confess your sin. Make me get up. What? Sorry. You trigger me with that title, though. Because he can do anything, man. There's no limit. I would have said, like, I never would have thought they would have reversed Roe v. Wade. Never. I would have bet against it. I would have lost. And right now, there's nothing he won't try. So I don't know. I think he likes gay guys, though. He has he didn't try this. This is not. So I know. But he was the first Republican that had gay rights as part of his campaign platform. And he promoted Rick Grinnell to be the first openly gay ambassador, and then he was a member of the cabinet. So I don't think he's got it in for gays. But if he did, they wouldn't be safe. And Obergefell wouldn't stop him. Well, let me read the news to you guys. You guys ready? This is ABC News. Here we go. Spirit, there you go. Are y'all ready? It reads, Supreme Court formally asked to overturn landmark same-sex marriage ruling. Kim Davis, a former clerk who refused gay couples, brought the appeal. So this was brought by Kim Davis, not Trump. It says 10 years after the Supreme Court extended marriage rights to same-sex couples nationwide, the justices this fall will consider for the first time whether to take up a case that explicitly asks them to overturn that decision. Kim Davis, the former Kentucky County clerk who was jailed for 6 days in 2015 after refusing to issue marriage licenses to a gay couple over religious grounds, is appealing a $100,000 jury verdict for emotional damages plus $260,000 for attorney fees. And a petition for writ of certiorari filed last month. Davis argues First Amendment protection for free exercise of religion, immunizes her from personal liability for denial of marriage licenses. More fundamentally, she claims the highest court's decision on Roe v. Wade's extended marriage rights for same-sex couples under the 14th Amendment's due process protections was egregiously wrong. The mistake must be corrected, wrote Davis's attorney Matthew Staver in the petition. He calls Justice Anthony Kennedy's majority opinion on Obergefell legal fiction. The petition appears to mark the first time since 2015 that the court has been formally asked to overturn the landmark marriage decision. Davis is seen as one of the only Americans currently with legal standing to bring a challenge to this to the precedent. Quote, if there ever was a case of exceptional importance, Staver wrote, the first individual in the Republic's history who was jailed for following her religious convictions regarding the historic definition of marriage, this should be it. Lower courts have dismissed Davis's claims and most legal experts consider her bid a long shot. The Federal Appeals Court panel concluded earlier this year that the former clerk cannot raise the First Amendment as a defense because she is being held liable for state action, which the First Amendment does not protect. Davis, as the Ronan County Clerk in 2015, was the sole authority tasked with issuing marriage licenses on behalf of the government under state law. Not a single judge on the U.S. Supreme Court of Appeals showed any interest in Davis's rehearing petition, and we are confident the Supreme Court will likewise agree that Davis's arguments do not merit further attention. And William Powell, attorney for David Emerald and David Moore, the now married Kennedy couple that sued Davis for damages, in a statement said that them in a statement to ABC News. So this is a renewed campaign to reverse legal precedent. I'm not gonna read the rest of the separate sections, but this is being brought by a very specific person, not Trump. So, but I guess it could be attached to Trump because people describe the court as Trump's Supreme Court or the Supreme Court or whatever. So, so people are really like scared about this. I'm not sure it has legs for the reasons that were just articulated. So I'm wondering what the moral panic is about. Now this got going a month ago, but people are talking a lot about it today for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's enough distraction from the Epstein files. But what do y'all think about what's going on with this?
2 words. Sorry, decisive. What's that?
Elaborate, please.
So sorry, decisive is a fancy Latin word for.
I know what that means in the same way.
Yeah, well, maybe others don't. So the Supreme Court has had a tradition up until Roe v. Wade of not making a dramatic reversal that will change people's lives in a negative way or that will deprive them of a right that had previously been granted to them. Now, please don't bring up the whole Dred Scott thing because obviously enslavement was a moral wrong and reversing that was a moral right, so I don't think that counts, what I'm saying. But Roe v. Wade was the first time that I can think of where they violated stare decisis or the rule of precedent and reversed a right that, potentially half the nation, actually fewer than that because not every woman gets an abortion, but a large portion of the population had a right to count on, according to a previous Supreme Court decision, Roe v. Wade. In other words, stare decisis is precedent, and they don't usually reverse themselves because it undermines their authority, their consistency, and it deprives people of rights. I think this is a long shot for this woman, too.
It's not just about a long shot for her. It's the fact that she's now getting, national media attention. It's a big win for her cause and Protestants nationally that, as her position, she was able to essentially obfuscate same-sex marriages and call it out. I mean, this woman is like the Mother Teresa of us, of heterosexual Christian normative behavior. So she has an important position. She's on ABC. I mean, that's Disney pushing her out. So she's in the national consciousness.
I'll point out, I've often got in trouble, often in this room, in fact, for talking too much, but this is the first time I got a little bit of feedback for not speaking enough.
Well, I just think that people need to think about speaking to
Just not, he said elaborate.
that wasn't feedback. I just want to do that.
I'm kidding. I'm just making a joke out of it.
I just want to say one more thing. I love how America does this, how there's always an inversion, always an opposite. It comes out of nowhere, and it's like yin and yang.
What other people think?
I don't think it has a snowball's chance in hell. At the same time, stare decisis is a principle and not an absolute rule. So
norm. So self-reference intended, like the filibuster.
It's a core issue, will definitely.
Like the nuclear option.
So that is the idea of these kind of people.
Not really a law,
Whenever there is an issue on
but
any issue which is related to our country, they will put another issue. They will put any.
Accepted up until that moment, and Trump is like, he's unlike I think any president in history for violating the Constitution. Now again, as Jason aptly points out, this is not a Trump thing, and this woman is a bit of a kook, and I think her case is a long shot. I think there's Supreme Court will take it up. But I have noticed you probably have admitted his payback time. And Trump is definitely famous for payback. Now again, this is not a personal thing with him. But the January 6th people, they've all, I think, been freed. Some of them have even been hired by the Trump administration. Anybody that went after him, they're under the microscope now. I'm just thinking he's going after Letitia James. Going after Adam Schiff. You know, Trump is in payback mode. And the Democrats are not guiltless when it comes to violating the norms, I believe. I can't remember, maybe somebody will remember who through the filibuster last the Senate. I believe that's called the nuclear option. I should get everything straight. Getting rid of the filibuster, I believe, was a nuclear option. They got rid of it only for judges, as I recall. So you can filibuster to avoid discussion of the judge's confirmation hearing. But what we're seeing now is a combination of violating the Democrats and Republicans, but going after Trump as a candidate was also a violation. Those four indictments. So that's an example of the Democrats doing it. And Carmen is a bitch, you know, because people can pay back on this woman. I think she probably should have said, listen, I'm not doing your gay marriage. But like this next one next to me doing it, then she wouldn't deprive those people of their legal rights. But she didn't do that. And because of that, she went to jail. It would be interesting to see a film of her in prison, in jail. But I guess she wanted to make a fucking case out of it. She wanted to make a publicity stunt out. So she did her little stint or week in jail, and now she's looking for vengeance. I think it's really dismissive.
Why do you think she's disgusting, though? I mean, she's literally just doing what she thinks is the right thing.
I think the abasement of our political discourse through not just turning into tit for tat and action and reaction. I mean, they should not have been died in trouble with those BS charges. It's called the BS from the beginning of the Clubhouse about it. And now he's paying everybody back who went after him. So now we've got the Attorney General, so the FBI people are getting in trouble. We're stretching the democracy is the last thing that was pulling the rubber band to its limit, and we don't want to stand it. We want to break it.
So you think retaliating is like just years
what?
A balanced approach to democracy. A president retaliating.
No, I'm saying I don't think they should. It was absurd for them to go after him, and they succeeded in getting him I think because they didn't anticipate him going back. It's absurd for them to have gone after the Dems and gone after him. It's absurd for them to have violated stare decisis. Absurd. For Roe v. Wade. And it is absurd for Adam Schiff to have gone after Trump, lying. That Congress repeatedly lying on the news night after night about this evidence. He said, they never produced. So that was wrong.
The Wendy Williams Show.